Hello and welcome. We are at the Lego house in Billund in their green room, and this is packed full of minifigure scale models with the actual minifigures. So this is completely different to the Miniland at the Legoland parks. So there'll be a lot of different bits and pieces that you can add into your own city. We are looking for the Halloween extras. So there are videos available in much greater detail than this, but as you can see on the football pitch right now, there are pumpkin heads versus skeletons playing. So it's just little add-ons just like that. There's not massive amount. They've just changed one or two different bits and pieces. So if you wonder why I'm sort of panning around in the videos only 17 minutes long, don't panic, because there is sort of like a 45-minute video coming, which is in much greater detail, which I've already done earlier on in the year. But you can see that they've just added in the odd horror minifigures. So these are really difficult to find because they are minifigure scale, but it was also very busy here when I came to this bit, so it was just perfectly wrong timing, because today was a Sunday when this was being filmed and everybody was just here, so it was just wrong timing. I think it was the start of the local country's half terms, and everybody decided to plough in all at the same time, which is allowed. We're allowed that. So I will let you soak in the amazing models and the displays and see what you can copy to add into your own city, and then anything I find, obviously I zoom in on and I'll stop and pick it out. But it's on a timer, like the Legoland Discovery Centres are, with regards to with it being day and night. So obviously it's very clever how all the buildings suddenly light up and the lights die down and so on and so forth. All the trains and everything, they're all working. Everything works absolutely perfectly fine, and all the animatronics just work. It's just a very impressive thing. You can spend so long in here just getting ideas. I mean, there's a burst pipe on that one, which I didn't see last time I came. They do keep adding in different bits and pieces, but can you spot the modulars? There is actually all sorts of modulars there. All the minifigures from the CMFs, people fishing. You've got the Simpsons up there. You've got the construction crew doing all the towers. There's just a lot of recreated scenes from films and pictures and everything, all sort of hidden within. So like I said, there's a much more detailed video on its way. It's already been filmed, and it is scheduled to be uploaded a little bit closer to Christmas, so you've got something to look forward to on that. And I have said in previous videos, I am coming back at Christmas. There's Batman for you. Coming back at Christmas, and so if they have changed the bits and pieces, you will also get a quick show and tell of the Christmas display and see what they've added in for the Christmas stuff. And we can also then spot if any of the displays have changed between Halloween and Christmas as well. So I don't know how regularly they change the bits and pieces down here, but as always, guys, in the comments below, let me know what your favourite scenes are. Let me know what you prefer. What have you tried to copy? What would you like to do? Because obviously every single thing that you see now, you can copy and do and add in if you had the space to your own city, because it is just normal scale Lego bricks, and it's obviously all to minifigure scale as well. So like the footpaths and the roads, and let me know what you can spot. There's a little horror figure just there, but let me know what you can spot with regards to the CMF figures. What's your favourite scene? Everything. Let me know what you enjoy. Let me know what you like, because you can get a lot of inspiration from these sorts of stuff just to sort of tweak and copy. And there's a lot of sets like that one. I know a lot of people want that boat, which is worth an absolute fortune now. But you can just copy the scenes and just add them into your cities and just do different things with different figures. So if you've never managed to come to this before, hopefully you will enjoy the video. And if you have been here before, what do you find most impressive? Do you prefer it daytime? Do you prefer it nighttime? And the scale of these buildings are huge. I personally prefer this, I think, to the Miniland, only because you can get ideas for your own bits and pieces, and I got some ideas for the road layout that we've just recently done with our own Marvel display that we've been doing on the live. So if you want to take part in those, don't forget to subscribe so you can get notified, and then you can join in on the chit chat with regards to what you think I should be doing in the city. But that slope just in front is something that we have recreated beside the Daily Bugle. So that's where I got that idea from. But you can see there's some dinosaurs getting married here, and you've got all the minifigures from every single set, and they've just added in little bits like E.T. there for Phone Home. They've had a lot of fun with this. But I love walking around the Miniland, Legoland's. The Miniland at Legoland's, obviously, because the scale of those things are just amazing and the models are fantastic. And don't forget, they are Lego bricks as well. But here, just because I don't know if it's just how they've got it in a slightly smaller scale, and I think it's probably the lighting as well, and the fact it is minifigure scale, it just sort of gives you that little bit of inspiration to what you want to do within your own city. And if you don't have a city, but you know that you can get the sets and the figures, it all links in together, and you can buy different bits and pieces. But they're obviously the CMF minifigures from the Lego Batman movie. Have you got them in your collection? Are you missing any? I've got all of Season 2. I am missing some of Season 1, which is slightly annoying, but it is what it is with those. So can you spot anything that you like? And will you be trying to add or copy anything into your own city? Just the amount of train track that they've got with all the studs and all the tiles and everything, it's just so impressive. And if you've been to any of the Legoland Discovery Centres dotted around the world, please let me know what they're like compared to this, because I think this is a slightly bigger scale than what you do get at the Discovery Centre. But I've never had the opportunity to get to the Discovery Centre yet, because over in the UK, and I think you've got to do this elsewhere, you actually do have to go with a child, and I do not have a child that I can take. But I know they do adult only evenings, but it's just always been wrong timing. Can you spot this? Do you have this friend's set? Right, so just dotted in the middle, and loads of people taking photos of a lot of the scenes and setups that they had here. Loads and loads of people just taking all the photos. But what do you prefer? Do you prefer this kind of layout? Do you prefer the minifigure scale layout, or do you prefer the Legoland Miniland? Because obviously the Legoland Miniland stuff is much bigger with regards to the volume of bricks and everything else. But would you prefer it if they had the minifigures? Obviously the reason why I think personally the reason why they don't have the minifigures in the Miniland is you're just not going to be able to see them. They'll just be too small, because obviously the depth of the actual Minilands are huge. You would really struggle to see everything, so they just make the figures bigger just so you're able to see them. Some people don't like them. I don't mind them at all, but some people don't like them. But with this being a little bit smaller scale, it sort of all works well with regards to eyesight, so your eyeballs can actually pick up all the bits and pieces. But there is so much hidden within the mountains, so when I go back up the stairs in a little bit, all down the side of the staircase, they've got it all cut out and in. There's a big mine shaft that goes all underneath this bit, and then it loops around onto the other side as well. And it's just how they've used the lighting, and just everything just looks so impressive. But it's all elements you can get from the Lego stores, and obviously the pub walls and all the other shops and things like that. So this is stuff that we can all do, but I just definitely don't have the skill set to do anything like this whatsoever. But it's on such a large scale, but it's so detailed as well. It's nice, and a lot of people wanted one of these to be made, and that I do believe that's been in this display for a good little while. Yeah. Right, battery died, so that was a really smooth edit, but the battery did die there, and then we move on to the carrying on moving around. So we've just moved off the Scooby-Doo, and then we are looking at the apples on the tree, and then just spot what other figures are hidden within, because they've added all sorts of just other CMFs, and there's dinosaurs in there. And going down the ski slope, there is a lot of Star Wars characters about to jump off the end of the ski slope, so they've made it slightly different. But yeah, again, let me know in the comments what you prefer with regards to the scale. Do you prefer looking at the minifigures, or do you prefer the figures in the Minilands, so you can actually see them a little bit better? But this is just two big bays. So you've got the one that we're looking around now, and then you've got the one that's just behind me as well, which we will be looking at all in one video. So this video is only 17 minutes long, and we just get to see everything quickly as I just pan around looking for the Halloween bits. Most of the Halloween stuff was actually right at the very, very start of the video, and now we can just soak in everything, because I know you guys haven't yet seen any of this unless you've already been here. But there is loads of just little scenes like that in the hot tub, and they are everywhere, which I did try and pick up. I keep saying it in the other ones. And this I like, it's the Superman capes on the washing line, and obviously Superman there and just chilling out with what looks like a builder making cutting some wood for his house. And then you can see the size of the bridge, you can see the size of the mountains, and then we pan round because it got quiet on this side. The little pumpkin patch is one of the things that I think had obviously been added, or they'd just taken the one off and just put the pumpkin cube there. Where are we going? Where am I going to take myself? I cannot remember which way we walk. I think I just wanted to get a nice view of that bridge, just so you can see the train. There we go. So you can see the trains going over, and then just everything and all the hidden detail that's within. That's full zoom as well. So this is where now the minifigures do become a little bit too small, because they are really, really hard to spot. But I love both. I prefer looking at this in minifigure scale, but I would spend hours and hours and hours looking at the mini lands as well. So I'm not fussy. If it's Lego bricks, I'm happy. But up on this mountainside, sort of like snow bit at the top, that's where you've got all the Star Wars characters. But then you've got, and if I go down or up, you've got all the caravan bits, you've got the fire effects, you've got the camping, you've got the deers, and then there's one of them. There's a dinosaur just chilling out in the trees. And then depending if I go up, you start seeing all on the ski slopes just there, and on the wires going up, you've got the Star Wars, and then underneath you have all of this cut into all the bricks. And there's a couple of these. I think I might have picked up one more. I know I definitely went back up the stairs, but you can see just how big all of that is cut in. You've got the effects of the trees being cut down. You've got the crocodiles, the alligators, all the fish going. I like how they've done the fish. I've never thought of doing it that way. The fish swimming upstream. I've never thought about adding fish into my city, but that's something I think I will add by the waterfall set that they released. And then you've got the mines, and there's some more fish going all the way up. So they've just added clear water, where I've always used the two lots of blue. So I do like that. I think that's something slightly different, which I think we all need to incorporate on one of our lives for the city. But what are you favouring towards? What's your favourite display so far? Have you thought about doing anything like the caravan before, where they've stuck it on? How do you think they've got it on? Do you reckon they've just added another element in there, or do you think they've glued it down? So you've got the Pirate CMF by his boat, and then it pans down. There's a couple of different bits and pieces, and I think the Beatles are down this way as well. So you've got a Wild West scene. I'm sure the Beatles are down here somewhere. I think there's submarines around here. So you've got the Cowboys and Indians, and again cut out into the cliff face. I just think it looks super impressive. It just follows around as you go. There's just a lot to soak in and a lot to take in, but I know it's a little bit quick, but I say it for the last time, you've got a much more detailed video available, or coming depending on when you're watching this, or it's already up, so don't worry yourself too much. What I liked about the trains going around, they do actually have a TV screen where you can just watch the train going around the track. So you've got a little camera built in within the train. And this is our little Ninjago scene, and you'll be able to spot the other people dotted around. And then right at the very bottom is where the Beatles will be. I can remember that. I just can't remember what else is hidden within. I think we've got a dinosaur feeding area. Got a couple of ghosts. There's one of them. There's your pigs. I'm sure there's something else. There's a pizza tree. Yeah, they've got all sorts of different bits and pieces in here. Yeah, I did say pizza tree. They put a tree with all the pizza circular discs on top. And I do believe there, where that combine harvester is. Just underneath that, you've got a forklift truck with a pallet of pizzas about to feed a load of dinosaurs. You're not going to really hear that anywhere else. There it is. I knew it was somewhere, and they're just walking down the path just there. And again, I like how they've done all the tiles with the water effect, and how they've got the actual submarine in the water. I think it's all super effective. Right, onto the other side. So it's just a quick loop round on this one. We have Fabuland, which is their land, and this volcano is half Lego, half Duplo, which I think looks very, very impressive, and you can sort of spot where it chops and changes. Again, I don't have the skills or anything near to do anything like this. But it's very clever how it goes from Lego all into the Duplo. And then as you carry on going round, the beach then goes from Duplo back into Lego, as does the water, as does everything else. They basically split it straight down the middle. And then you've got the nice CMF figure that's just recently come out on his deserted island. And there is some cool scenes on the beach where they're playing games and having water fights and that side of stuff. But did anybody manage to get the Ferris wheel? Managed to get the carousel, but I never got hold of the Ferris wheel, which is a bit of a shame. So we are about to go up the stairs and have a look into the bits that are cut. But on the side of this volcano, you can see the Duplo figures actually climbing up on the one side and the Lego figures climbing up on the other. I know it's quick, but like I said, don't panic, there are other videos. And then we wrap it round and we go up the stairs, and then we can see all these different bits and pieces that are cut in. Guys, it's a super short video, just because it was so busy on the day that I went for today, but do not worry, there's plenty more to come. So I will end the video there. Guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Ta-da.